July 18, 2025, 09:23 a.m., Indian Ocean, 187 nautical miles southwest of Mumbai. Indian Navy P-8I Poseidon Maritime Patrol aircraft drops Sonobuoy pattern. Searching, hunting, intelligence reports Chinese Type 093 attack submarine operating in area. Nuclear-powered, displacement 7,000 tons submerged, armed with 38 weapons. Mix of torpedoes and anti-ship missiles? Should not be here? Indian Ocean is India's backyard. Name says it all. Chinese submarine presence is provocation, challenge, warning. Beijing expanding naval reach, testing Indian response, seeing what India will do. Answer coming soon. Welcome to Navy Force, where underwater shadows threaten surface nations and silence is deadliest weapon. Type 093 Shang-class submarine departed Hainan Island 3 weeks ago, transit across South China Sea, through Malacca Strait, into Indian Ocean, mission profile intelligence gathering, map Indian naval bases, track Indian warships, monitor communications, standard reconnaissance, China building string of pearls, network of ports and bases encircling India, Gwadar, Pakistan, Hambantota, Sri Lanka, Kyaukphyu, Myanmar, each port potential Chinese naval base, each location strategic choke point, India surrounded, strategically contained. Chinese submarine patrols reinforce this reality, show presence, demonstrate reach, assert power. Indian Navy takes this seriously, very seriously. Scrambled P-8I Poseidon 4 hours ago. Boeing-made aircraft, 8 built for India. Same platform U.S. Navy uses. Proven submarine hunter, equipped with AN/APY-10 radar, magnetic anomaly detector, Sonobuoy dispensers, carries Mark 54 torpedoes, can detect submarines, can kill them, currently searching 400 square mile box, last known submarine location 3 days old. Satellite imagery showed periscope, brief surface, then submerged. Gone. Now P-8I must find her again? Not easy. Indian Ocean is 27 million square miles. Searching for one submarine is finding needle in haystack, except needle actively hiding, actively evading, actively threatening. Sonobuoy pattern complete. 12 buoys deployed, listening, ocean never silent, biological noise, shipping, weather. Sonar operators filter everything. Looking for one specific sound, nuclear reactor coolant pumps, propeller cavitation, hull creaking, anything mechanical, anything artificial, anything submarine. First buoy reports contact. Faint, bearing 214 degrees. Could be submarine, could be whale, could be oceanographic phenomenon. Second buoy confirms. Same bearing, slightly different range. Triangulation possible, target 9.7 miles southeast. Depth estimated 400 feet, moving slow. 4 knots, definitely submarine. Question is which submarine, Indian, Chinese, American, Pakistani? Question for viewers. Unidentified submarine in your waters. What do you do? A. Challenge on radio. B. Drop torpedo warning. C. Track silently. Comment your tactical choice. Navy Force believes submarine warfare requires patience. Professionals rarely have time for. P-8I closes on contact, radar off, passive sensors only. Don't alert submarine. Don't reveal presence. Get closer. Confirm identity, deploy more sonobuoys, tighten net. Contact depth increases. 500 feet, 600 feet, submarine going deeper. Knows it's being tracked, trying to escape. Indian tactical officer evaluates. Submarine running means submarine hiding. Submarine hiding means submarine guilty. Innocent vessel would surface, identify, cooperate. This one diving, evading. That's hostile behavior. He requests attack authority, permission to engage, awaits orders from Fleet Command. Mumbai Naval Headquarters receives request. Admiral evaluates. Chinese submarine in Indian waters confirmed. Evading detection. Refusing to surface. Options discussed. Force submarine to surface. That requires active sonar. Depth charges. Dangerous escalation. Sink submarine. That starts war with China. Unthinkable. Track submarine. That allows continued espionage. Unacceptable. Admiral chooses middle option, force surface, but don't attack. Deliver message. Chinese submarines not welcome, must leave or face consequences. Clear warning without starting war. Proportional response, he authorizes aggressive prosecution, short of weapons free. P-8I cleared to harass, to threaten, to demonstrate capability, but not to kill, not yet. P-8I pilot receives orders, acknowledges, brings aircraft to 800 feet altitude, directly over submarine contact drops, active Sonobuoy, device broadcasts powerful acoustic signal, floods ocean with sound, submarine can't hide from this, can't escape detection, passive sonar useless when active sonar screaming, Chinese submarine commander hears it immediately, loud ping echoes through hull, they found him, they're marking him, they're threatening him, he has choices, surface and face humiliation, international incident. Beijing won't forgive that. Maintain depth and hope they don't attack. Risky. Indians seem aggressive. Go deeper and run. Standard evasion. He chooses run. Orders full speed. 24 knots. Maximum quiet speed exceeded but doesn't matter anymore. Already detected. Speed more important than silence now. On Navy Force, we understand submarine tactics. Detected submarine is dead submarine. Stealth is everything. Lose stealth, lose advantage. Lose advantage, lose life. Subscribe to Navy Force if you respect submariners who fight wars in permanent darkness. Type 093 accelerates, diving to 800 feet, approaching test depth. Hull groaning under pressure, speed 26 knots. Heading southwest, away from Indian coast, toward international waters, towards safety. If he reaches 200-mile exclusive economic zone, boundary India loses jurisdiction, can't force him to surface there, can only watch him leave. 140 miles to go, at current speed, 5 hours, long time to maintain pursuit, long time to maintain political pressure, but he has no choice. Orders from Beijing clear, avoid confrontation, complete mission without incident. Mission failed moment P-8I detected him. Now just escape without shooting, without dying. P-8I tracks submarine easily now. Active sonar keeps perfect lock. Submarine running fast. Loud, impossible to lose. Pilot calls additional assets. Indian Navy Kolkata-class destroyer INS Kochi 67 miles east. Turns to intercept speed 30 knots. Time to contact 2 hours. Submarine can't outrun destroyer, can't escape, will be boxed, forced to surface, or forced to fight. INS Kochi carries RBU 6000 anti-submarine rockets, plus torpedoes, plus towed sonar array. Complete submarine hunting package. Type 093 commander monitors surface traffic. Hears destroyer coming. Calculates odds, not good. Chinese submarine alone. Indian Navy coordinating air and surface assets, textbook prosecution, professional execution. He's outmatched. At 10:47 a.m., additional complication. U.S. Navy P-8A Poseidon joins search, operating from Diego Garcia, British territory, American base, 1,890 miles south. Long transit, but P-8A range is 1,200 miles, easily covers Indian Ocean. U.S. monitoring situation, supporting India, sharing intelligence, not attacking, just presence, demonstration. America stands with India against Chinese naval expansion, against territorial intrusion. Message clear, Chinese submarine facing 2 nations now, 2 Poseidons, 1 destroyer, more assets coming, cannot win this, cannot escape this, must negotiate exit somehow. Beijing receives reports. Type 093 detected, prosecuted, trapped. Options limited. Order submarine to surface. Accept embarrassment. Precedent set. Chinese submarines can be caught, can be forced to comply. Bad for deterrence, bad for prestige. Order submarine to fight. Attack Indian aircraft or destroyer, that starts war. Casualties guaranteed. Escalation unstoppable, bad for economy, bad for stability. Order submarine to continue running. Hope for diplomatic solution. Buy time, that's chosen option. Foreign Ministry instructed contact New Delhi. Negotiate submarine's departure, frame as misunderstanding, navigation error, communication breakdown, apologize without admitting guilt, standard diplomatic playbook. At 11:34 a.m., Chinese ambassador meets Indian foreign minister. Brief conversation. Ambassador explains submarine conducting innocent passage, exercising freedom of navigation, no hostile intent, requests Indian forces allow departure. Minister responds coldly. Your submarine is in India's exclusive economic zone, refused to identify when challenged, fled when detected. That is not innocent passage, that is espionage. Your submarine will surface, will identify, will depart under escort, or will be forced to surface. Your choice. You have 2 hours. Meeting ends. Message delivered. India not backing down. Chinese must comply or face consequences. Type, Ilyaro 93 commander receives orders from Beijing, surface at 13:30, identify as Chinese Navy, request escort to international waters, maintain dignity, but acknowledge Indian authority in their EEZ. Orders humiliating but necessary. Alternative is attack, means death, means war. He complies, begins ascent, reducing speed, heading towards surface. Crew bitter, mission failed, national prestige damaged, but alive. That counts for something. At 13:28 p.m., type 093 surfaces, 124 miles southwest of Mumbai. INS Kochi, 4.2 miles away. Both Poseidon aircraft overhead. Chinese ensign raised. Submarine identifies via radio. Indian Navy. This is People's Liberation Army Navy submarine 415 requesting permission to transit to international waters. Formal, professional, defeated. INS Kochi responds, Chinese submarine maintains surface, reduce speed to 5 knots, follow bearing 240 degrees. You will be escorted to EEZ boundary. No negotiation, no discussion. Orders, Chinese comply. Submarine proceeds on surface. Slow, visible, humiliated, every satellite watching, every intelligence service recording. Chinese submarine forced to surface, forced to submit. India demonstrated naval competence, demonstrated resolve, demonstrated control over Indian Ocean. Escort continues 3 hours. At 16:43 p.m., Type 093 crosses into international waters. INS Kochi turns away. Mission complete. Chinese submarine submerges immediately, flees south, heading back toward Malacca Strait, heading home. Mission disaster. Intelligence gathering failed, stealth compromised, national prestige damaged. Commander will face consequences. Possible court-martial, probable career end, crew demoralized, but Beijing learns lesson. Indian Navy capable, Indian Ocean not undefended. Future operations must account for this. Must improve tactics, must avoid detection. Arms race continues. What did Navy force learn? First, submarine detection technology advanced. P-8I found Type 093 in vast ocean. That's impressive capability. Chinese submarines not invulnerable. Second, coordination matters. Indian aircraft and surface ships worked perfectly. Trapped submarine with no escape. Teamwork wins. Third, political will matters. India forced Chinese submarine to surface. Demanded compliance. China yielded. Resolve defeats aggression. Fourth, American support matters. U.S. P-8A presence reinforced Indian authority. Showed alliance solidarity. Deterred Chinese escalation. Fifth, underwater domain contested. China expanding submarine operations. India countering. U.S. supporting. Competition intensifying. Indian Ocean no longer India's lake, now shared space. Requires constant vigilance. Final lesson, submarine incidents don't make headlines, public doesn't know, media doesn't report, but they happen constantly, every ocean, every day. Submarines track each other, nations assert control, quiet wars fought underwater. Navy force reveals these stories because citizens deserve to know, deserve to understand, deserve truth. Quiz answer from earlier. Unidentified submarine in your waters, what do? Answer is C, track silently initially. Confirm identity before acting. Submarine could be friendly, could be neutral. Challenging immediately alerts target. Dropping torpedo warning escalates unnecessarily. Silent tracking gathers information. Enables decision-making. That's professional approach. That's what India did. Worked perfectly. Here's truth mainstream media won't explain. Chinese submarines operate globally now. Atlantic, Pacific, Indian Ocean, Mediterranean, building blue water navy, challenging U.S. naval dominance, challenging regional powers. India must respond, must develop anti-submarine capability, must patrol aggressively, must demonstrate control, otherwise loses credibility, loses security, loses sovereignty. Same applies to all nations. Ocean security requires investment, requires capability, requires will. Peace belongs to those who control their waters, to China and anyone threatening Indian security. India will defend its ocean. India will track your submarines. India will force compliance. That's sovereignty, that's security, that's deterrence. American partnership strengthens this. Shared intelligence, shared technology, shared commitment. Alliance multiplies power. That's why China backs down. Can't defeat combined capability. Can't ignore combined resolve. Subscribe to Navy Force if you believe Indian ocean security matters. Like this video if you support U.S.-India naval partnership. Comment below. Should India have sunk Chinese submarine? Was forcing surface sufficient response? What would you do as P-8I pilot? Your perspective shapes understanding. Your engagement builds awareness. Next submarine already deployed. Next intrusion already occurring. Next crisis already developing. Chinese naval expansion continues. Indian response continues. American support continues. Cycle perpetual. Tension constant. Navy force coverage essential because tomorrow's incident already happened. You just don't know yet. We do. We'll tell you.